I gotta tell you guys, I just finished up over here. I just got done for the day. And I'm minding my own business, and I had even earlier in my day, I had addressed that Ariel and Dricus Du Plessi teamed up, the two of them, on little old me. I wasn't even there. I wasn't even there to defend myself, but had I been, it still would have been 2-on-1. Now, the two of them had called me stupid. That's not a very nice thing to say, particularly to your intellectual superior. It's a very reckless thing to say, particularly to your rhetorical superior, but they did it anyway. I went and I watched the piece. And Dricus says that I said that he skipped the Izzy fight because he had a bad foot, which he did say, and he admitted to saying. He then says that my evidence that his foot was not hurt was me watching him walk out of the cage without a limp, which is true. I did watch him walk out of the cage, and he did not have a limp. So I'm confused at the part where Chael is stupid. Now,
that's not nice.
You're right, Siri. That was not. Did you hear that? You're right, Siri. That was not nice. So I get a little bit confused about this. And then it's a simple, maybe I don't know what the word stupid means. I haven't actually looked it up. I must tell you, I haven't actually looked it up now. Maybe it means something different, but does it mean inaccurate? It can't mean inaccurate. It can't mean inaccurate because Dricus and I are saying the same thing, which is he walked out of that cage without a limp. That's what we're saying. He skipped the Adesanya fight because of a hurt foot. We're both saying the same thing. Dricus then goes further, and he tells Ariel, and here's the part that you get upset. I don't know what kind of a man you are. Now, I don't know if he's talking about Ariel, who would barely qualify as a man, or if he was talking to me. That's the part I don't know about. He says, I don't know what kind of a man you are. Maybe that was just a figurative statement and it went to all of the audience. Maybe I'm taking it the wrong way. But he said, I'm going to fake that limp every time. Now, that was a macho. That's what a tough guy would say, right? I'm going to fake that limp every time. Except you didn't fake it. You didn't have one. You told the world you did, and you skipped a fight because of it. That's the difference. So I don't know what kind of man you are, but don't attempt to compare us. I have never felt good going into the ring. Not once, not ever. Wouldn't even know what the feeling of feeling good is like. Wouldn't know. Have the foggiest idea. And the guys I look up to didn't either. The guys I admire, the Gutches, the John Smiths, the Schultz brothers, these guys that would go into tournaments 4 and 5 days, guys, in one day. Then when it was time to walk to the mat, you'd see them taping their fingers together. You'd see them taking the ice off of their knee. You'd see with their heads wrapped up. There was no doctor. There was no see you when I feel good. There was no go to the media. There was no fake your way out of it. You walked out there and you handled it, and we are not the same kind of a guy. Now, I do want to explore it. I wanted to have, but you brought it up. Your declaration, Du Plessi, is that it was more manly. And I got to tell you guys, it's important that you understand the quote. He says that I told the media, I told them I'd fight Adesanya as long as I was medically fit. These are his words. Now, he actually didn't use those words. He's actually making that up. I don't have a problem with it because he said something close to it. Like, I'm not calling him a liar. That is not verbatim by any sense. As a matter of fact, if you go to the clip of the press conference, of which I'm the only one on earth that has covered, but it was very important to me. It was very telling. He actually never uses the word medically anywhere within that 25 minutes. He's now telling Ariel that he told the press if he was medically well. He actually never used the word medically. Now, I don't know how sincere that we want to be. But there's some things that are fighting words. And every man knows if you tell another man, I don't know what kind of man you are, if you even bring the word man into it, you're now in a fight. Every man knows that. But I don't know if he said it to me. I don't really want to fight with Dricus. I don't think anybody's been more helpful to Dricus. I can guarantee you nobody's talking about Dricus today except for me. But when I do talk about people, I do try to tell the story accurately. And Dricus is saying that he told the media that if he was medically fit to fight, that he would. And I'm telling you, he did not. That did not happen. That's false. Now, I'm not calling him a liar. He could misremember it, or he could recall it a different way. The good news for us is that it was on video, so we can see which one of us is more accurate. Now, the other side of it, when you're talking about what kind of a man you are, you're such a tough man that you're going to fake not limping. Doesn't get you any credit after a fight. Like, there's no bravado that is built into leaving the ring faking a limp. The macho guy that you're proclaiming to be hides the limp on his way to the fight, not on his way out of the fight. And I don't have any kind of a problem with Dricus. I think my bigger problem is with Ariel. I don't like that Ariel said, yeah, Chael says a lot of stupid things, including about me. He said that. He brought himself into it. What stupid things do I say about Ariel? Every now and then I've teased Ariel for pretending that he watches soccer. He doesn't watch soccer. I've teased Ariel for pretending he watches darts. He doesn't watch darts. I've teased Ariel for pretending he's a basketball fan. Nobody's a basketball fan. But I don't know what I said that was stupid. And I do want to go back to Dricus. So these two guys, they team up. Little old Chael, right? Minding my own business. They're in this fancy studio in New York, and the other one's calling in, and it's all beautiful, and it's all moonlight and canoes. Here I am all alone. All alone being attacked. Where a guy is claiming to have more cojones than yours truly. I could back down King Kong. If you met King Kong, you ain't met him, but he's a man as me. And he says that he hit a limp leaving a cage because that's the kind of a man he was. The fight's behind you. You're walking away from the fight. Imagine that for a visual. You're walking away from the fight. But you did it without limping. Yeah, man, you and me aren't the same kind of guy. I would never go to a press conference and disqualify myself from the world's biggest opportunity, even if it was hypothetical. I would never go to a press conference and even dangle something out there that if this criteria is met, I then won't show up for my lifelong dream. Never would I put that out there. Never would you know. Never would I tell you 7 weeks in advance, I'm not going to feel good on that day. I couldn't do it right now. Hey, Alexa. Hey, Siri. What date is 7 weeks from today? Hey, Siri. What's the... Oh, she typed it out for me. November 2023. November 2nd? Is that what she said? November 2nd. Hey, Siri. Am I going to feel good on that day? I couldn't say. Well, of course you couldn't say. Nobody could say. How would you possibly know how you felt on that day? And you want to compare your manliness to me? I would have flown into Australia and I would have fought him. I'll tell you right now, 7 weeks from now, I'll fight Australia and fight him. I'll get up out of this chair and walk outside and I'll fight the son of a bitch. Do not compare yourself to me. That was your first mistake. Secondly, you're going to hang your hat on a foot injury and you're going to have Ariel team up with you. 2-on-1 against little old me, and you hit a foot injury because you're that kind of a man. Reminds me of a joke my father told me before he passed, rest his soul, but it goes like this. Guy and his wife break down on the side of the road. It's out in the middle of the desert. It's 100 miles in front of them. It's 100 miles behind them. They're broken down. Trucker pulls up. He's going to take care of it. He tells the guy, I can fix it, but if you want me to fix it, I'm going to sleep with your wife. And here's the other condition. I'm going to draw a circle in the sand, and you're going to stand in it. And you're going to watch me do it. Do you want me to fix the car? No, the guy looks around. Man, there's no one around. We're going to die out here. Oh, my goodness. He accepts the deal. So the guy's circling the sand, and he got to go stand in it. Guy sleeps with his wife, but he fixed the car. So they're pulling away, and the wife says, I can't believe you let him do that. And the guy in the circle says, hey, honey, what you don't know is twice when he wasn't looking, I stepped out of that circle. That is what Du Plessis has just said for you. Du Plessis walked away from a fight. He was such a man, he walked away from a fight because he wasn't medically cleared 7 weeks in advance by a doctor known as himself, and he put it out on Ariel's show, and they used what I just said to call me stupid. Maybe I don't know what stupid means. Maybe I need to give a little leeway. Don't ever compare yourself to me. Not when it comes to courage. And even if I am stupid, which I'm not, even if I am stupid, one thing you won't say about what I just said is that a single word of that was inaccurate.